cocktails, drink more's the pour. Shake it up, mix it well, frosty mugs are fun. Every bite's a hit, a flavored ride. Stacked high, come get you some. Drinks got the tunes, turn it up, shake the room. Blasting from the speakers, oh yeah. Feel that groove. Rocky's on the idle, watchful eye. In Dana's realm, grill marks tuned to perfection. Hear them sing, start trying season, taste buds ignite. Shade it up, grab your plate, take your seat. Join the feast, it's a culinary show. In Dana's retreat, best in town. Mouths watering, eyes so wide. Can't wait. Every flavor's a journey, a delicious ride. Rocky's by the door. Loyal pop, hoping for a taste, a little love. Dana's on fire, turn it up. The queen of the kitchen's wild. Pots and pans in harmony, like a symphony compiled. Serving up a storm, joy in every bite. Come and taste. With Rocky wagging more beneath the neon lights. Rocking out with spatulas, we're flipping fun tonight. With drink more pouring magic, every glass is just right. Shaking up, stirring pots, Dana's on a roll. She's got it going on. Feast your eyes, delight your soul. Come on, sing along. Crank the heat, let's celebrate. It's party time. It's party time. Flavors mingle, senses elevate. It's showtime.
I'm just following him.
Turn on Twitch, let's have some fun. Dana's kitchen has begun. She's whipping up the very best with bartender, drink more, cook less. He's the tech guy, Robbie, Randy, Roy. Rocky is the bestest boy. The food is great, come grab a plate. The show's starting, so don't be late. Dana's kitchen.
Ooh, you could make pita dough.
I look ridiculous.
Hello, look, there's an olive oil bottle right there. Hello, happy Sunday. I hope everybody is doing well and that you've had a good weekend. Hi. I'm so excited you're going to be at TwitchCon, but this time we're going to make our plans before we even get there so that we know. And I hear Andy is coming in the front door, so he's just about here. You're here. Yeah, if you're looking at it, says some sort of cocktail in our menu because we hadn't decided until we were standing in here about ready to start. And I was like, we'll make a Vesper, except Vespers are usually 3 parts gin, 1 part vodka, and I like it the other way around. So it's Dana's version of a Vesper. But we're going to do next Sunday you'll be in Scotland on vacation. Woo! Yay! That's exciting. I mean, I go to I don't know. We don't go that far usually for vacation. We don't get to go to cool places like Scotland for vacation, like Arkansas.
Or other parts of Texas.
Because it takes so long to get out of Texas, let me tell you. We're north, so at least it's a little faster for us than, say, somebody in Houston or, God forbid, Brownsville.
That's way down there.
Corpus Christi. So we're going to actually grill some steak tonight. We're going to make a Romanesco sauce. We're going to get on that pretty quickly because we want the steak to marinate at least an hour, ideally 4 or 5 hours. We're going to take an hour to marinate it, but I'm actually going to vacuum it so that it kind of infuses a little faster in there. And we're going to do some roasted cauliflower. I'm trying to limit dishes today. We're going to roast some cauliflower in the oven. We're going to be using some paprika and garlic powder and salt and pepper on that. And then we're also going to do some potatoes in the oven. So that's what we got going tonight, and our drink. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about stuff. And yeah, I'm saying a lot. Don't say Don't say It makes it sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You can say that's fine. I should not say I should just take a second and then figure out what I'm going to say. So you plan meals around how many dishes you want to dirty. Yeah. I don't usually do that because I don't always have to do the dishes. Robbie does the dishes.
Thanks.
Huh? Thank you. If I had to do the dishes, yeah, I would do fewer dishes most of the time. So we're going to make, see, I said again. I need somebody slap me. I need to get rid of that habit. Okay. So we're going to start by making our Romanesco sauce, which Romanesco, see, I did it again. Look at that. I did it again. Some days it does feel like a one-pot dinner day. You know, Robbie and I really enjoyed when both of us were working outside of the house. And we would get back here, and neither of us really wanted to think or try to figure out what we were doing for dinner. We used Blue Apron, and one of the things I love about Blue Apron was most of the meals were one-pot meals. We only had one pan to clean up afterwards, cutting board knife, couple other things, but that's about it. So I'm with you. Some days you just don't want to do the dishes. Robbie got us some music. There we go. Some nice pretzel rock music. Ooh.
You'll have to let me know how you feel about today's station.
What is today's station called? That doesn't, you dancing over there doing this doesn't tell me the name of it. Robbie's over here. He's looking like a cockatoo dancing to music, you know, like birds. They do this. So it's got his in-laws Blue Apron. They complained that it was too much chopping. But see, that's what I liked about it. What I liked about Blue Apron, first of all, is that they sent you whole foods and they didn't send you like some of the other ones.
Silly.
Oh my goodness. Some people, some of the boxes send you like 1 clove of garlic and then they wrap it in plastic. Whereas Blue Apron, if they sent you garlic, they sent you a head of garlic. Because that probably doesn't cost much more than giving me 1 clove of garlic that you have then put into a little plastic bag. You know what I mean? So I did like it, and I like the chopping part of it because we have tried different meal kits and some of them do so much of the work. I feel like I'm not really cooking. But it's a funny story, you know, because cake mixes used to have just water added to them back when you could first buy cake mixes. And women were like, I'm not really baking if I'm just adding water. And so they're like, okay, why don't we make it so they have to add an egg and some oil. And then all of a sudden it's like, look, I baked a cake. You know, Robbie? So stop that. I know. Yes. Nice selection, Robbie. You got a nice selection there. Pleasures and Places. What is the name of this pretzel rock station?
Folksy.
Folksy. I epitomize folksy, don't I? Not really. All right, let's get started. So we're going to make a Romanesco sauce, which is a Spanish sauce, and it has usually tomato. Ours isn't going to have tomatoes in it today, but it will usually have tomatoes and roasted peppers and some garlic. And we're making ours today. This is a Michael Simon recipe for it, although I'm kind of modifying it because he had a lot of piquillo peppers, which aren't cheap to buy. And I already bought 2 of the jars, and each one of these jars is like $10. and I would have had to buy
I think it's gonna be 4.
3 or 4 of these. And so I said, I'm going to buy 2. And then we're going to use just some regular roasted peppers, which was $5. Or not even $5 for all this, maybe $4 for all of this. And I thought, that'll taste just fine. So we're going to make that. It also has nuts in it of some sort. So we're going to be using Marcona almonds. What's funny is since it's Spanish, I could have used Valencia almonds, which are very similar to Marcona almonds. But my grocery store had both, but I got Marcona ones. So we're going to use those. So it's kind of, it can be a kind of expensive sauce depending on how you make it. And that is what we're going to be, that's what we're going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to fry up some garlic. We want it to get softened. And we're going to put 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. This is not extra virgin olive oil. This is regular olive oil. So if you read the bottle, it says it is extra virgin olive oil, but I just like the bottle from Trader Joe's because it has that thing on it. So I now just use it to put my regular olive oil that I cook in. Regular olive oil holds up to heat a little bit better than extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to turn that on. I'm going to let, oh, that's the wrong burner. And do that. How is everybody out there? How are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing good? How many do I need for this? I need 4 that have been smashed. So let's get out things to smash garlic cloves. And your best bet is just the side of your knife. And don't wave it around your face like this. Don't do that. Just don't. All right, let's see here. It says 4 big ones. This is 3, 4. Oh, look, we've got 4. I need a garbage bowl. Robbie, I'm a mess already today. How can that be? I leave town tomorrow. We have food fight coming up on Tuesday, and I'm going to say this a couple of times as people come in here. I won't be there, but Darth will definitely be there. We have Chef Steve going up against Dinner with Mom. And if you know my daughter Kelsey will be taking my place and giving Darth all the business. All the business, Robbie. But you feel free to give Darth all the business.
I already warned him that I've got the mute button ready.
Torture him for me, would you? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So we got that coming up at Tuesday. We're going to start at the regular time of 5:30. Last week we had to start, 2 weeks ago we had to start a little.
That was just last week.
No, that was last week? Oh, that was last week. Oh,
That was just last week.
Last week we had to start at a slightly different time.
It's been a long few days.
So we started earlier? Yeah, earlier. But we'll be doing it 5:30 Central. So we're heating up some of this olive oil, and then I got to get the almonds because we're going to let these go to shimmering. Add the garlic, 4 minutes, and then we're going to add almonds in and do those for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to start adding in all of our peppers, our roasted red peppers in there. This is a great sauce. It has so much flavor in it. It's not complicated. If you use good ingredients, you're going to make a delicious sauce. So, Andrew, hello. Let me see. And how many almonds do I need? Half a cup. So we'll go ahead and get those measured out as well. Notice I'm not doing a lot of mise en place. There's not a ton here. We're going to have to cut up some. What do we need to cut up? We need to cut up some potatoes, and we need to cut up some cauliflower. So those are the only 2 things. And those will get roasted in the oven. And Robbie is actually going to throw our steak on the grill. And we're going to use puppy cams so we can go spy on them.
Maybe.
Maybe? I thought you said that. I thought
well, you know, Dana.
we discussed this, did we not? I love Marcona almonds. All right.
There. We should be ready now,
Okay.
if it works.
So our olive oil is shimmering. I'm going to stick our... The thing that's nice about this meal is if you really wanted to do all of this on the grill and save yourself some cleanup, you could totally do all of this on the grill. You could stick a pot on your grill and make this part of the sauce. You would need a blender though, because we are going to need a blender, which I don't have out, so I'm going to go get the blender. I got all the things out except the blender, Robbie.
Don't worry, we can follow you, Dana.
All right, there's that. Where's the other part of the blender?
You want both parts of the blender?
I do.
It's on the counter to the left.
Oh, why is it over there? That's not where it goes. We'll just stick this back here. All right, we wanted this to start browning. It said 4 minutes, but that is already starting to brown, so I don't think we need 4 minutes on that.
What was that, maybe 2?
Maybe 2. Because we don't want to do it anymore, because then it will, So then we're going to do our almonds. That cooled down the oil. I'm going to try and get this garlic kind of sitting on top of those nuts. And then I'm going to dance around in circles for you. Whoop, whoop. We're going to open all of our piquillo peppers. And we need some vinegar. Oh, I need my sherry vinegar. See, I didn't get all of my things out. All right. Okay, got that. And I probably should drain these. We'll just do it right here. How's that? They're making noises.
That is quite the sound.
It's the noises. So this needs 12 ounces. Actually, you know what? These 2 jars will be okay because I was originally going to do something else that needed these, and I'm not. So these 2 jars will be enough. Isn't that awesome, Robbie?
That's exciting.
Now I've got some red peppers. We'll have to do something else with.
It also means that the sauce is going to be like high level because it's not going to have that other can mixed in.
That's right. That's right. All right, we're going to add this in here. I give that a second more to drain and get my sherry vinegar out. Ooh, 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 ooh. We'll stick those in there. Ooh. That's why I got some of the liquid out, Robbie, because water and oil equals splatter.
Oh, I thought they equal loud noises.
Well, splattering makes loud noises. So we're going to put a couple tablespoons of this aged sherry vinegar that I really, really like. It smells so good. In there. And then we need some salt. So we'll get some salt. That was a very large pinch of salt, which is what it told me to do. So, do you guys like roasted vegetables in the oven? Because I grew up with my mom. Most of the time, the vegetables my mom made were boiled in water, which as I got older, I realized that takes a lot of the flavor away, which, you know, maybe some kids actually prefer to have your vegetables not taste like anything. So you love roasting things now. I mean, me too. Waddled away. Are you waddling away? Is that what's happening here? We're gonna let this cook for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to stick it in the blender. And then I need to let it cool really, really fast so that I can put it on my meat. I don't want to put hot sauce on my meat.
Hey, Dana.
Yes.
Do you have any grapes?
Do I have any grapes? No. No grapes. Unless wine counts. And then yes.
If wine counts, we have all the grapes.
So Robbie and I, the last couple of weekends, have been fun hitting open houses. Does anybody else like to do that? Drunk ducks aren't wise. I don't think ducks are wise even if they're not drunk, but that's just me.
Hey, Andy, how do you know this? How many drunk ducks have you met? I'm really curious
question.
now.
It's a good question.
Because we have quite a few ducks around here, and I haven't seen any drunk ones, but maybe they're not allowed in the stores around here.
We do have them, we have a couple, and I don't know about the husband because I've never talked to him, but Lorraine is, gosh, what are they, in their 70s, 80s, somewhere in there?
One of the two for sure.
And she feeds the ducks. So what we get here is there's a lake not too far away, and the ducks circle around waiting for her to put food out, and we call it Ducktona 500. Or they wait in her yard and in the street, and then that usually happens around the time everybody's trying to get to work. And so
Duck traffic.
So we have duck traffic in the neighborhood.
Andy says, just leave them a bowl of whiskey. You'll see.
That's right. That's what we need. Give them a bowl of whiskey. So, but Lorraine's really kind, and she's super, super nice. And up until a few years ago, she did all of her own yard work. She was out there pushing a lawnmower and edging. That may have been before I met you. You probably haven't seen her really do that. And best of all, because she is feeding the ducks, she actually goes out there with a hose when they're done and cleans up all the duck poop in the
I call
sidewalk.
it duck debris.
Duck debris. Duck debris that gets left behind once the ducks are like, oh, the food's gone. But it's kind of fun to sit out in the front yard and watch the duck politics. Because there's always that one male duck trying to chase all the other male ducks away from the girl ducks. So that's always fun.
He's like, not today, Seymour.
So we always name that one duck is named Todd. I don't know why, but Robbie has decided that people who show that they're being a little mean are named Todd. Did you have a Todd do something just really mean to you?
Not that I remember.
No. So Todd is like a male Karen. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to turn my I'm going to mute. We're going to do that. And then Robbie can talk to you.
Or not.
Or you can. Robbie can talk to you because I'm going to turn the blender on. Hi, I'm back. So, hi, Elsa. How have you? Has Rocky been a good boy? Shall we go with no?
He's currently napping under the kitchen table.
Which
Well,
is
maybe he's not
awesome.
napping, but he's resting.
Is he? Is he?
He's
All right,
he's plotting his next heist.
That sounds like a true statement there. All right, I'm going to stick this in the water. We're going to put this in here. I may need a spatula so I can get all of this yummy goodness out. I'm going to cool this down. You can, I don't know if you guys can see, there's a lot of...
And I did get the last one refunded for you since we couldn't get that figured out. But we're set up if you want one.
We're set up for Puppy Cam. You'll just see him resting though.
But he's actually inside.
So, because I'm going to put this marinade on some flap steak. Now, the recipe calls for skirt steak. Skirt steak has become super popular. Elsa redeemed Puppy Cam.
All right, let's see if we can get this working for you.
So, skirt steak is what fajitas are typically, or really good fajitas are made out of. Some people, I mean, I've used flank steak when I've lived places where finding a skirt steak was really challenging. And that was before I knew, hey, just talk to the butcher. You can probably get what you want. Nowadays, I just talk to my butcher and I get what I want most of the time. So, skirt steak used to be a super cheap cut of beef. And original fajitas were just skirt steak wrapped up in a tortilla, and the vaqueros and the cowboys would eat that while they were wrestling cattle. And nowadays, skirt steak has become so popular because we're all eating fajitas, and fancy fajitas. Right, Fajita Phantom? We have fancy fajitas. And so it's become really expensive. I mean, I see it now at the grocery store where I used to get skirt steak for like, you know, like 10 bucks a pound. Hello, Mama Brew 5. Thank you and welcome. We're so glad you're here. So, and now I go to the store, and if they even have skirt steak, because everybody wants skirt steak here in Texas, it's like $20-something a pound. So I don't buy skirt steak anymore. I talk to the butcher and I'm like, what are we supposed to be doing here? Because this is ridiculous. And so he said, use flap steak. He said it's just the other side, the same place where the skirt steak comes from, and it's just the other side of it. And he said, actually, the flap steak has more flavor. It's more dense in the flavor. It's not as tender, but I used to use flank steak, which isn't tender, right? So it's better than flank steak. And even flank steak has gotten expensive. So we're going to be cooking a flap steak, even though we're not making fajitas. But we're going to use that as our protein tonight. Is flap steak. I don't know if it's called anything else in other places, because I know sometimes cuts of meats are called different things. But here in Texas, we call the cut of meat we're going to use a flap steak. So I'm going to try and cool this off as fast as I can, because I don't want to put a warm marinade on my meat, because it's going to be going back in the refrigerator. So
there we go.
It sells filet mignon steaks for $32.99 a pound. But when they get to the end of the tenderloin, it's only $12. Yes, exactly, right? And even meat is so expensive in Australia. I think it's expensive like almost everywhere right now. So there you go. There's where Robbie works. Oh, he doesn't have it up yet. He's like trying to check it out. So you know, filet mignon is great. It's so tender. It's not the most flavorful part. I bet the end has more flavor to it than the actual filet mignon part of it. So anyway, so that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to pull mine out. The flap steak is under $20 a pound, which is nice. It has some nice marbling in it. And we'll do, oh, we've got puppy cam going, so I'll just do this. So it's got some nice marbling in it, and it's just got a lot of flavor. I'm gonna move this, however, because I need to chop vegetables and I don't want to contaminate the things.
Do we need to see Rocky in all his full camera glory, Dana?
Sure. Robbie has made a new scene for you guys. Uh-oh.
Or not?
Or not. He made a new scene that does not apparently appear to be working at the moment. We'll get it fixed. All right. I finally bought myself a new, what do you call these things? Why am I blanking on them?
Paper.
No, food saver. I got a new food saver, but there's a name for
Vacuum sealer?
Vacuum sealer, thank you. See, I knew I'd keep Robbie around for something. And Fallen Age is here. Hello, hello. So on Tuesday, for those of you who know Kelsey, Food Fight, I'm not able to be here. I have a friend of mine that's like family. We've known each other for over 40 years, and her father passed away last week, and so I'm going there early to help her with whatever she needs help with up to St. Louis. So that means I won't be here for Food Fight, but Kelsey has graciously agreed to take my place and torture Darth for me. So, yay. So if you want to see Kelsey and see how she does and report back to me how she does, you know, judging Food Fight, I would love it. I would love it. And the people who are cooking are going to be Chef Steve and Dinner with Mom. So two phenomenal, fabulous human beings. I've met them both personally. I've eaten with both of them personally. They're both really super, super amazing people. So yeah, yay Kelsey. So make sure you check in on Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time here. All right, I need to just seal this side. Seal. Okay. I hear no sounds. Maybe that's because I don't need sounds.
Is it plugged in?
It is plugged in. I got a light. See, it doesn't need a sound because it's not doing any vacuuming yet.
Well, I got that much. I just was trying to figure out why it wasn't.
So apparently it doesn't need to make sound. My other one did. My other one made a sound no matter what I was doing. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Sure. You go over here.
Said he is checking out.
He's very sleepy. Why is this not? Oh, you know why? Because I've got it on the wrong part. It's a new one. I'm figuring this out as we go along. It's fine. Robbie, everything is fine.
Rocky doesn't
That
seem
works
so
so
sure.
much better. Hey, Rocky, are you tired? Okay.
Hey, Rocky.
So we
Hi.
have this. I'm going to put, with my hand that hasn't touched the plastic, a little salt on here. Do a little of that. And then I'm going to spread some Romanesco sauce on each side of this. And we'll get that into the refrigerator. I'm going to take stuff from the side that's been touching the side with the ice. But now that I did that, I've got to get a new spoon because I don't want to contaminate the sauce. Right? Because we're not going to recook this sauce. We may heat it up a little bit, but we're not going to cook it. That's good, Robbie. Them's good eats right there. And there we go. So we'll get some of that flavor on the outer part of this meat. It's only gonna be marinating for about an hour. If I had time, I'd marinate it for probably 3 or 4 hours. Get off the spoon and get on the meat. All right. So now I'm going to attempt. I'm in need of a sous chef here for a second. Oh, sous chef.
But but your sous chef was fixing puppy cam. Good news. It works.
Excellent. What am I spreading? Good question, Sparkling Jewel. So we just made a Romanesco sauce. So the Romanesco sauce it's not quite a Romanesco sauce because I didn't put any tomatoes in mine. Mine is piquillo peppers and garlic and Marcona almonds. Okay, now let me wash my hands. And so once we cooked all of that, we cooked all of those ingredients in some hot olive oil, and then we put them in the blender and got them nice and smooth. And we're going to use some of this as a sauce on the plate when we plate it, but the other is going in here so that it can marinate on the steak. So that is what we got. That's what we got. It is very good. It's very good. I like a Romanesco because you get kind of that earthiness from the peppers, and then you get that nuttiness from the almonds. All right, now we're going to vacuum this. Now it's going to make noise. So there we go. I could have used a much smaller bag. I'll stick that over there. Leave it in the ice. It's not pumpkin, but it's almost that color. It's a little darker than pumpkin. It may not look like it on there, but there we go. Now I have vacuum sealed it. It's going to go in the refrigerator, and we'll take it out and set it out 15 minutes before we put it on the grill once Robbie starts heating up the grill, which the grill may actually be hotter than we want it to be, to be honest, because right now it is 100 degrees and it feels like, it's not telling me over there.
450? Is that what we need?
It feels like 450. I don't know. It probably feels like 110, 115. It's so brutally hot and humid here. It was 4 easy payments. They sent you a set of knives. I'm sure they were really exquisite, amazing knives too.
Beskar knives?
Beskar knives, no. So this new one I like. I had an old one, and I bought my old one at Costco probably 15 years ago. And it just in the last 6 months was really hit or miss whether it vacuumed well. So I went back to Costco, and the thing I like about this one is that it actually has the place to store the things inside of it, whereas before I had a separate thing, so it was 2 things to get out. I know, we're so lazy here in the United States. So this is a really nice one, and I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to hand it to my backstage manager over here. Did his dinner turn out great? I'm sure. He always makes delicious looking food. Hi, Mother Funker. How are you? Oh, you like yours too, Joni. I might know you. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so we've made our Romanesco sauce, right? Our Romanesco sauce looks great. It tastes awesome. It's garlicky. It's earthy with the peppers, and it is, it's earthy with the peppers. All the good stuff is in there. Okay, so that's what we got there. Next, I'm going to start prepping all of the vegetables, and so that we can get those done. We're going to roast our potatoes, and we're going to roast our cauliflower. So let's start with our cauliflower, and I'm going to get a couple of bowls out here because I'm going to toss all of those things that we make into bowls. So I'll tell you, you know what? You can put !menu anytime. Anybody can do this, and you can find out what we're making. And we're also going to do a cocktail tonight, so yay. And I mean, Joni, if I had more food, I'd invite you over. But we'll do that. So one of the things I'm thinking about, and you guys tell me what you think, if this is like weird or not. One of the things I thought about doing is doing something that I want to call dinner party, and having a couple of other streamers or friends of mine or whatever come over and sit over here, and I'll cook up some food and chat with them and chat with you guys. And then you actually get somebody other than me and Robbie telling you how things taste. And I get to feed my friends.
Joni might stop by whether you have the food or not, by the way.
Feel free. You can come over, make you a cocktail, have a glass of wine. Woo, okay, all right, so we have some really, really pretty cauliflower here. No blemishes. And we're gonna make, one of the things I hate is when a plate is, unless I'm intentional about it, it doesn't have a lot of color in it. Like when you get like everything on the plate is like brown, right? Or white. So we're gonna actually put some paprika on this cauliflower. So you like the way I think, see? Have I ever done cauliflower rice? I have. Now, I don't like calling it rice because it doesn't taste like rice to me. I like cauliflower rice. But I'm one of those people that, like, if you put a name, like if people say cauliflower steak, right? It's not a steak. It doesn't taste like a steak. It doesn't look like a steak. So it doesn't, if I'm eating that, and you told me you've made me a cauliflower steak, my brain goes, I'm so disappointed in this. Now, if you said, hey, I've made roasted cauliflower, and you make the exact same thing, my brain's like, this is pretty good. So, you don't like rice cauliflower? I don't like it as a substitute for rice, but I do like it in some things. Like I've made it where it's been roasted and as a base of something, but not as a substitute for rice. So that's the way. Yes, or veggie burger, or vegetarian bacon. If you like it, that is fine. But for me, I taste it and I'm like, it's not bacon. I've gradually over the years come to appreciate turkey bacon, but not as a substitute for bacon. Does that make sense, Robbie?
It doesn't quite scratch that itch.
It does not. And so that's my thing is, does this replacement food scratch the itch of the thing it's supposed to be? And if it doesn't, I don't like it. Call it something else, I might. But if I'm like, ooh, I want mac and cheese, and what I do, oh, Darth is here. So Darth is awesome, except when he's a pain. We heard your food tasted
and turned out well.
Yes, we've heard.
We've gotten reports.
We have gotten reports that your food turned out amazing. So that is good, and we're glad you're here. You're a pain all the time? I mean, I wasn't going to say it. I was trying to be nice. All right. So what I thought I would do with this cauliflower is kind of slice these florets, because then they'll get a little caramelized when they're in the oven. When you do them like that, we'll have a side. We're going to toss them in this bowl because I'm going to toss them with some olive oil, some paprika, some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder. That's what's going in here. And then our everything's going to have a little garlic. This is going to be a garlic forward dinner. We're going to have potatoes that are going to be roasted with some garlic, cloves. So, is that a word? Always. You can make anything a word. If people know what you're talking about, I say it's a word. That's how words are made. I may need 2 cookie sheets for this because I like it to be in a single layer. So, oops. I wonder if Rocky likes cauliflower. So a super simple dinner since last week's was a lot of things, Robbie. Right? Right. What is Robbie going to eat when you're not away? He will get takeout probably all the time. I've told him to have a meal with my kiddo if they can make it work, because my kiddo's not here every night. So if it's food fight night, that makes it challenging. But Robbie didn't starve before I met him. He just didn't eat as well.
It's true. I definitely did not starve before I met you.
But you eat better now. But you eat better
for quality
now.
of life reasons, yes, Dana. Yes.
He eats better now. I mean, but you eat more flavorful foods. Not that there's anything wrong with what you ate before, but, you know. I've opened Robbie's eyes to a world of things. Right? Would you have ever tried curry if I hadn't?
No.
Yeah.
I'd still rather not, Dana.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think Sparkling Jewel said something up there about cauliflower pizza crust and stuff.
Yes.
Pizza crust or macaroni, the consistency isn't the same. That's true. Although I have had, by the way, some really good cauliflower pizza crust. So they're not completely pizza crust. They use some gluten-free flours in with the cauliflower, and I've actually liked those. So that's good. Costco's in Texas have a good veggie burger from Dr. Prager's brand. Sure. Robbie and I last night had a ground chicken burger that it was called a bruschetta burger, and that was really good, although to me it's not a burger.
Right, it tasted delicious, but what I told you was it reminded me way more of a meatball than a burger.
Yeah.
It was yummy, but it didn't taste like a burger.
Yeah. And I think sometimes the consistency is off on those veggie burgers. For me. So like, again, you say burger, I bite into it. It doesn't have the right consistency, I'm out.
It's a lot of cauliflower.
I know. It was more cauliflower than I thought. I probably should have just done half a head of cauliflower. That's why I said I'm going to need 2 baking sheets for this instead of 1. So I'm going to need another one out. So sometimes I just cut florets and have lots of little florets when I roast cauliflower. And don't forget these little bitty bits, because those are the best. They get kind of crunchy. You know, I probably should turn the oven on and let that heat up. 425. It's a guess. I don't know. 425 sounds good. All right, let's get some paprika on this. That way we'll have some more color on the plate.
Get it on the plate.
Get it on the plate. A little olive oil. Uh-oh, we have puppy cams redeemed now that Robbie's got it fixed, hopefully. We'll see.
See if I can find a dog for you, Andy. There's a dog.
We found a dog.
We'll test the range.
Okay.
So, Dana, when I get out there, if you want to...
If I want to what? Do
Well,
I hit puppy cam full?
Well, hang on. Let's see if it's... We don't need to do full, but let's see if it's working at all. Why is it not working? Oh, it's the other camera.
He's so smart. He's so smart. Top Chef. I haven't watched Top Chef probably in a few years, but I have watched it before, and I do watch. We watched Chow House. That was kind of interesting, and so we've watched that. We watched Chopped. We like Supermarket Stakeout. So yeah, we watch cooking competitions. All right, let's get in here and see if this is enough seasoning. Probably not for this amount of cauliflower. We may need to put a little more in there. Paprika. So we're using paprika on this, but on the potatoes, we're going to use something called Urfa Biber. And Urfa Biber is it's like paprika. It's bigger chunks. And what it is, it's a Turkish spice. And they take red peppers and they set them in the sun, and they start to turn like a purpley color before they make the spice. So it gets a super earthy flavor, like even more so than paprika. And it's just really quite lovely. So I didn't want to just have like potatoes. I wanted to add a little more to it. So we're going to add some Urfa Biber to it because I have some and I've been wanting to use it because I haven't used it for a while. So I was like, yeah. There's some other things that people don't use very often that I really, really love too. I love, what do I love? What do I love? I just blanked on everything. What is happening to me? What is happening? I'll come up with it. I like Aleppo pepper. I like, it starts with an S. Why am I blanking on it? Sumac. Sumac I love. See, I got it. I remember. Me, it's kinda. Oh, the dog. The dog is a Maltipoo, part Velociraptor, a little goat thrown in there, but it's Maltipoo. But he likes to test, like, can I get in this door? Can I get in that door? Can I get into this box? Can I do this? So he's always testing everything. What can I get into? What can I not? And the problem comes when you have, like my youngest is here at the house, and the doors upstairs are hard to close, right? You have to lift them up in order for them to latch in the summer because of the way the house settles in the summer. And if he gets in one time someplace, he will try it like multiple times during the day to get in there and find something and get into trouble and sometimes get sick, and that's how I feel. An Angel, no, he's very cute, but don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. So I think now that the grill, now that it's summer and we may use the grill, although it's like lava outside, I would love to use more sumac on stuff. It's got a really nice, a little citrusy, earthy kind of flavor to it. I love it. So do I like wine as I cook? I have a cocktail planned for later. I also have to pack tonight, so I can't like drink a lot because I have a lot of packing to do because I have to be at the airport at like 6 tomorrow morning. So I'm only having the one drink, only the one drink. And also, it gets kind of dangerous around here if I'm trying to read chat, which is already like having a cocktail while I'm cooking. Hi,
you're back. Harder than it looks, that's for sure.
I forget stuff all the time. Okay, so this is going to be ready to go in the oven. I'll probably pour a little bit more olive oil on it before I put it on the pan.
Hey Dana, which one of us is the better packer?
Packer? I get way more into my suitcase than you do, so I think it's me. Americans cooking, we have learned about this like a few years ago. Yeah, I can't remember what. Somebody was cooking with it, I think on television, and I get really curious if it is a spice that I don't know. And my grocery store is great because they have an amazing bulk spice area. So I can try like a tiny bit, I can try like 50 cents or even 15 cents of something. And so many years ago, probably about 15 years ago, or whenever, Joni may know when Central Market opened, when it opened and I found sumac there, I was like, I was just kind of going, I'm like, sumac, I've always wanted to try sumac. And I got some and I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Okay, fine, Joni says. When you come over, Joni, for dinner party, I will drink a glass of wine with you while I'm cooking. Or I'll have a cocktail. They're like magicians. Robbie thinks he's a better packer because he doesn't take anything with him. So it depends on how you define who's a better packer at that point, right? Is it the person who can fit more into their suitcase? Or is it the person who doesn't take a lot of stuff with them? So if it's the person who takes less stuff with them, Joni loses. That's all I can say. Joni loses. 15 years. So 15 years ago, I tried sumac for the first time. That's when I tried it. Okay, you'll wait. I'm glad you don't really have much of a choice, Joni. That's all I can say. It's the Boy Scout in him. I know.
Scout's honor, Dana.
Joni's my friend. We travel together, and I know that I just might as well check a bag if I'm going with her because she's never going to go anywhere without checking a bag. So it's like, just go with it. Just go with it every time you do. I'd like to see if we went someplace for like 2 nights, would she still need to check a bag? Because I'm thinking maybe.
Well, then you can pack your favorite pillow.
Yeah. I take it in the car when we go. Yeah, if I'm going in the car, if Robbie and I are going in the car, I don't even bother trying to pack lightly. I'm just like, let's take this and let's take that. Let's take this. All right, I'm going to slice these potatoes up. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to slice them really thin? I don't think I do. I think I want them to be bigger wedges.
All right, Andy. We will definitely see you on Tuesday.
All right, Andy. I'm going to try and pop in on Food Fight on Tuesday. We'll see if I do. It'll just depend on what's going on in St. Louis.
So I got a question, Dana.
Yes.
Assuming you're able to join and you won't be judging.
Yes.
Does that mean you're allowed to sabotage?
Yes. Maybe. I mean, I'm kind of, a executive producer of the show.
Darth says no, it does not.
I won't sabotage the players.
Look out, Darth.
Darth. I'd like to see
there's the
you.
phrase.
I hate it here. We're trying to look for that so that we can make sure that's part of our opening. I hate it here.
Part of the opening, probably a redemption.
Yeah. So, redemption, that would be great.
Add it to the long list of things we'd love to do, and life just gets in the way of all the fun stuff.
I mean, I've been trying to find
Hey,
time
Whiskey.
to do the opening. Whiskey, hi! How are you? What's up? We're going to give a shout out to Whiskey, and of course we gave a shout out to Darth, and we gave a shout out to King of APOC, and anybody else who's in here that I've missed. You guys are all fabulous. These are all wonderful streamers, and wonderful people too. So make sure you go give some love to some of these streamers out there. And if you have a Prime account, make sure you use your Prime sub somewhere
Dana,
out there. Huh?
Have you?
Yeah,
Okay, you did get around to it?
I did. I did
Okay.
it for Yannicki because she's, new.
Okay. You were just mentioning it the other day that you hadn't used it.
I forgot. It was sitting idle for about 3 weeks on there. Miss Sarah Lynn is here. Hello, Miss Sarah Lynn. How are you doing? Let's put these potatoes in here. What are we going to toss these with? Obviously some olive oil.
How about some spicy hot, flaming hot Cheeto dust?
No.
It's the last time I try and contribute to this show.
Okay. I'm so sad.
Whiskey's like, ew. That might be a callback to the first time she had a mystery basket for me, and she's like, never again.
So this, by the way, is what Urfa Bieber looks like. Can you see how it's like bigger flakes on there? Kind of like Aleppo pepper is bigger stuff. Oh, look at that. Everybody missed the first, for the whole first hour. The whole first hour. So that's what Urfa Bieber looks like. So what they do, I'm going to read for you what it is on there. Bravewood, hello. It's a mild red pepper. It's dried by the sun. Then it's wrapped tight to sweat. And then it's transformed by the moon. I don't know what that means. It's transformed by the moon. Dark purple hues dried of the earth to a raisin-like perfection, which adds a complex, approachable smoke and heat that pairs with pungent cheese, robust vegetables, and braised meats. So purple sun-dried pepper flakes from Turkey. So we're going to put that on our potatoes. It does it's a smoky. I don't know that I get a ton of that in here. I think I get more. I get a little kind of smell that kind of almost smells like acidic on there. It sounds oddly like Robbie. Yes, he has been wrapped tight to sweat. Actually, you don't need to do that here.
And transformed by the moon.
Transformed.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. Sounds mysterious, yes. So it's not a pepper. I mean, it's not like, so these are like bell pepper kind of things. So it's not like a pepper like, you know, your black pepper or your red peppers or your pink peppers. This is more like the vegetable pepper. Does that, you know? See, you're right. You were right, Mitski. You're absolutely right. Now I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So we'll put a little of that in there. We're going to see how that turns out. It's not spicy. It says spicy on here, but I've had it before. It's really not. I'll even try some for you, okay? Oh, it's good. It's like even a little salty. It's got just that tiny hint of spice on it, but not like spicy, spicy. Now, if I start coughing here and my eyes start watering, then you'll know I was wrong. That's all I can say. You went to your local con yesterday, got an autographed pic from the Honky Tonk Man from Old School World Wrestling. I was going to say World War something, which wouldn't make sense because we're not in a war here. There's pink and red pepper. The pink pepper's a little different. It's not the same kind of plant as the black pepper. But there is red pepper and black pepper and green peppercorns. So if you see pink peppercorns, it's a different plant. It doesn't belong to the same species as the other plant. But yeah, you make kind of a peppery-ish thing from it. Yeah, it's interesting. It has a little saltiness to it. But still, we're going to put a bunch of salt in here because Robbie loves it when I do that. Don't you, Robbie? The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some garlic in here.
I mean, it does make food taste better, Dana.
It does. See? Now he knows. All right, let's see here. One of your favorites, you fanboyed. Isn't that funny when you do that? You like salt. I like salt. Pink is your favorite color. Excellent. Look. I'm just going to say, I think this is 2 cloves, but look at the size of that. This latest batch of garlic I got is just crazy pants. All right, let's see if I can get one more off of here. I'm actually just going to smash the garlic onto the potatoes.
Are you going to Hulk smash it?
I'm going to Hulk smash it. Hulk smash that button. All right.
Pregnant garlic.
I know, isn't it funny? Because it's not You know how you can buy like elephant garlic? Is that what it's called? That's huge. This is not elephant garlic. This is just in the regular garlic area. Sometimes my
Everything's bigger in Texas, Dana.
Yeah. Sometimes my grocery store has really bougie garlic. It's this like French garlic that's super cool to look at and expensive to buy.
I only like my garlic grown from elephants.
They are the best farmers. They have that extra, like, they can do stuff, yeah, because they got a trunk.
Yeah, you can only sub to so many things, even if you're a fan of a lot of stuff.
It's been a minute. Hello, NMD. How are you? $5 a month for everything. That's a good price. Maybe, I'm assuming, because it's been there for a while. It's been there for a few months. It's been this way. You
having trouble over there?
I am.
Okay.
So these we're going to cook a little different. The cauliflower is going to get roasted on an open pan in there. This we're going to wrap up in foil with a little chicken stock in there to soften them. I said I wasn't going to cut these, but these are so big. So the garlic will infuse through the, look at this. This is really dangerous. Don't do this at home. Robbie, don't you do that. For sure, if you've got a knife in your hand. So the garlic will get infused through the chicken stock. And it'll be super yummy. Garlicky potatoes. And these are Yukon Gold potatoes, which when I'm doing things like this, I absolutely love because they get really creamy. Whereas other potatoes kind of get too starchy, they fall apart or they get gummy. The Yukon Gold potatoes are really good for this kind of thing. All right, let's toss these. Let's make sure everybody gets some things.
Share with the rest of the class, everyone.
That's right. You don't hog the pepper and salt. Did I put salt in here?
Yes.
Are you sure? Is he lying to me?
Quite sure.
Because he likes to lie to me about salt. All right. So we'll have like polka dot potatoes, everybody. Polka dot garlicky potatoes. All right. Wash my hands again. I swear sometimes I feel like I wash my hands 20 times during a stream. So when I come back next week on Sunday, can you guys throw out some ideas of what you'd like to see me make so I don't have to make some decision? Because I'm tired of making decisions. Anybody else tired of making decisions? Like me? You're a college professor. Summer goes by fast. Next week is the 4th of July. I know, isn't that? I mean, if they mixed breeds of garlic to make it, like the pepper, X, cross pollen, yes, yes. Have I ever made Swedish meatballs? I don't know if I've made them on stream. I've certainly made them before. I wonder if I want to do this in 2 packets. Get in there. We're going to put this on a baking sheet though, just in case some of the chicken stock leaks out, because we definitely don't need chicken stock on the bottom of the oven. You know what I mean? Let's see, how do I want to do this? I toyed with the idea of doing, I've got these little baby red potatoes, and I love to do smashed potatoes, which I know are some of Robbie's favorite potatoes. Because you're not a big potato guy.
But smashed potatoes are pretty good.
Yeah. You know, you take the little potatoes and then you boil them, you parboil them, and then you put them on a thing and you smash them with that. You need to do work, some Texas wine. You have some good stuff. You may have had a glass already. And food is not your problem. I mean, And MD, right? Because like you're a teacher too, right? So you also have limited time in the summer. Unfortunately, one of the things I enjoyed being a student when I was as an older person is that I got time off. Like you go to school, and I worked in the clinic on campus, and so that was closed when we were out of session. And so I actually got like these like 3 to 4 week breaks, and I loved that. But being a therapist, unfortunately, they don't care about that, especially my boss. My boss is she's kind of a pain in the butt. Don't you think, Robbie?
Oh, don't I know it, Dana?
It's been nice not to wake up at 5:15. I know. You love all the potatoes. Be sure, though, you judge my every move. That's okay. I'd prefer you to say, hey, over here, this is how we do it, and give me tips, because I don't know. I read the directions. Some of them, I try to get more authentic recipes when I do things like that. But sometimes people are like, okay, Americans, this is how the Americans are going to make it, right? So I love hearing that. My grandfather was from Germany. My grandmother made things differently than my grandfather's family did for some recipes. Your boss is a pita. Yes, I know. She sure is. I could take time off and it would help refresh. I actually do take time off. I just don't get like large chunks of it off, because you can't really leave people in the lurch. But like last year, we went to Italy for 2 weeks. The year before that, we took 2 weeks off and we drove to Nebraska and Yellowstone. And we went to Nebraska because Robbie had a family reunion up there, not because we said there's so much to do in Nebraska.
All the corn. They have all the corn.
But we made a trip out of it, and we went to Yellowstone, and we went to Colorado. And the year before, was it the year before that or 2 years before that? 2 years before that, we went and we drove all the way up to Maine from Texas, which is a very long way. And we stopped at many places along the way. So we don't have any big trips planned this year. We've got lots of little ones. I'm going to St. Louis to help out a friend whose father passed away. We've known each other. She hates it when I tell her how many years we've known each other. I say, we've known each other. And she goes, shh. But 42 years. And she was one of those people. Here, I'm going to put these in the oven real quick. And then we'll continue talking. And then Robbie can make me a cocktail. Potatoes are in the oven. I need another one of these to get my cauliflower ready. So I was born in St. Louis. When I was very young, we moved to Texas. I think I was barely walking when we moved to Texas. And we lived here for 13 years, and then we moved back to St. Louis. At the same time, my friend, she was moving from Illinois to St. Louis. And we moved within 2 weeks of one another, and we were freshmen in high school, and they put us in the same locker, and they gave us the exact same schedule. So we had all our classes together. So it was either we better like each other, or it was going to be a really long year. As it turned out, we shared a locker every single year in high school. We did tons of stuff together. She's my best friend, and we were known as Dana Lane. Her name is Elaine. I'm Dana, so people would just say Dana Lane. Has anybody invited Dana Lane? All that stuff. And so we've known each other a long time. We know each other's parents really well. She was there for me when my parents died. So it's not a joyous occasion to go to St. Louis, but Robbie and I will go back to St. Louis at the end of the month to go watch baseball and have Ted Drew's and eat on the hill, eat some great Italian food. And then I'm going to Mexico, then we're going to TwitchCon, And then we're going to go to Seattle to see Kelsey for Thanksgiving. So that is kind of our travel schedule for this year. But next year, we're looking at maybe south of France. Anything else?
We can always go back to Italy.
Robbie's like, Italy.
Italy's awesome, guys.
I keep
if you
showing
ever
him
get
houses.
the chance.
I keep showing him houses in our price range in Italy. And he's like, why are you talking about moving to Italy? And I'm like, because all you do is talk about going back to Italy. It'd be great to have a house in Italy and get all the good things. Yes, we're going to be at TwitchCon. So we want to know all the people that are going to be there. And if you find me, if you're going to TwitchCon, come find Robbie and I. We have some super cool, my daughter is Kelsey. She owns Pink Gorilla. And I worked with Kelsey, and we have some super cute pens to give away to people. And Pink Gorilla's going to be there. So for those of you who are into retro gaming and imported games from Japan in particular, they're going to have a booth at TwitchCon. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. Olive Garden for real all the time. You would love to go back to Italy too. Well, we should talk about that. We should talk about it. All right, I'm going to get my cauliflower on here. See how cooking something simple can turn into hours of stuff? That's a lot of cauliflower, Robbie. You are going to have cauliflower to eat this week. Unless you think you're going to eat it all tonight.
I don't think I can finish that tonight.
Yeah.
That's
Probably not.
a lot.
All right. So, Joni, how long do you think it's going to take for us to heat up the grill?
I also took French. Oui.
Oui. And that's it. That's all he remembers.
Parlez-vous français?
Okay, you remember that too. Oui. Je parle français. Motherfucker, thank you so much for that subscription. We are so glad to have you here, as always. And we do have some cool emotes. Robbie works really hard on the emotes, so I don't take credit for anything. Occasionally, very occasionally, I'll go, can you make us an emote like this? They're mostly all out of the head of Robbie. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know.
Sometimes both.
Sometimes, I mean, fair. That's accurate. Sometimes it's both. Okay. So, Robbie, do you want to make us a cocktail?
Sure, I'll find Randy and.
Oh yeah, we need to find Randy. Randy.
But not.
Oh,
but,
Randy.
But not Ricky. I don't think Ricky's
Rick-
available tonight.
Well, I mean, Ricky's just gonna grab a beer.
Ricky will show up the next time Kanara's
That's-
around. And
Yeah. Oh, I don't have all the things. I can't do it. Just say, oh, Randy, I need a cocktail.
I can't give
And
you
so-
all the fun buttons, Dana.
So here's the deal about why. So Robbie is known. If you're new here, Robbie is known as Robbie, Ricky, Randy, Roy, Scrat. And it's all started with Kanara. So those of you who know Kanara are probably all shaking your head and going, yes, Kanara. She was coming to Texas a couple of years ago, as were a bunch of other streamers. We had a party at the house. Kanara was coming over to cook with me. And so she was on her stream telling everybody how she was so excited because Mustache Man won't make her a cocktail. And she was so excited that she was going to get a cocktail made for her. And so she kept going, oh, Randy, get me a cocktail. Oh, Randy, I need a cocktail. And we didn't correct her. So for an entire stream, she called him Randy. And then the next stream, she was like, it has occurred to me that I have called Robbie Randy for an entire stream. So now we've just decided, you know what? No, Randy's the bartender. It's all good. It's all good. So there you go. That gin is so old. Let me find other gin. Why don't you start and I will grab
Dana's looking for her approved gin.
approved gin. Is it not down here?
I don't know. Is it?
It's probably in the laundry room. So I'm gonna get it.
The gin is in the laundry room.
I'm just gonna show them this. This actually came from my parents' house. So this bottle of gin is probably 30, 40 years old.
I'm sure it's still good. It drinks all the same. Maybe. I'm very tall.
I've got some Tanqueray in here. We'll use that.
Oh, good. She does have her phone here. I can do this.
As I make sounds. Ooh, ah.
There we go. There's our recipe. 3 ounces of vodka. We prefer Tito's in this household.
Because we is in Texas.
And it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. I'm going to chill my glass.
I wish they had a tasting room. We've been down to Dripping Springs and had the Deep Eddy vodka, which is also dangerously good.
Yeah, 30-year-old. So I'm not really sure it will actually taste like gin anymore. I mean, it's not going to hurt. I mean, it almost has no smell.
Actually smells kind of pleasant.
See, because you don't like gin.
So we got our 3 ounces of Tito's vodka in there, an ounce of gin,
Yeah.
and then just
So
half an ounce of this new bottle.
Yes, Lillet is a French aperitif wine, and it's a little sweet. I like to drink it just straight sometimes, but I don't drink a lot of it when I drink it straight. Or if I do, I'm in trouble. Now, a Vesper usually has 3 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of vodka. I like a little gin flavor. I don't like all gin flavor. So I'm more of a vodka martini than a gin martini girl. So I just flipped and went 3 ounces vodka, 2 ounces of gin for mine. You like the Bombay Sapphire gin? Yeah, that's also good.
Dana,
I like
Did
Hendrix.
you want any of your fancy?
No, I do not want. I
Whipped
do
cream,
not
vanilla?
want vodka whipped cream on my martini.
Fine.
And I will get you a
Don't
lemon
be any
twist
fun.
here. But my lemon has not been washed yet, so let me wash it real quick.
All right, time to shake. Wait, what's already in your glass? You're just cooling it down?
It's
Okay.
I'm cooling it down, so that's just ice and water, and then now I've got a chilled glass. If anybody's good at garnishes for drinks, like twists and stuff, and wants to teach me how to do them, that would be awesome because I'm not great at it.
And teach me.
And teach the bartender on that as well. Pops, hello! 31 months. Have I really known you that long? That's crazy. I really need to we need to send Robbie to cocktail school.
Or Randy.
Or
has Randy already been and I need to go? That's not the problem?
No, we'll send Randy.
Well, that's nice and cold for you. My skin froze to the glass.
Cool. All right, let's see if this will... Nope. All right. Anybody? Anybody? I'll deal with whatever. Yeah. Let's see here.
Come on, Dana. Everyone's waiting.
I know, including me. I don't know, what is that?
Perfect.
It's got the pith, though. It's fine. I'm not going to eat it, so... So that's going to be the... It's a very big twist. See? And now I have a frosty glass of attending under a pseudonym. I know, isn't that great?
I don't even know what my real name is anymore.
I just randomly yell up the stairs, whatever I feel like, and he answers. He's like, what? I'm like, George! What?
Bernard. It's like, what?
Santa! What?
Santa?
All right. Do you guys like Does anybody else here like martinis, or is it just me? The hippie shake. It is 4.5, and that's why I was like, Joni's like, have some wine, and I'm like, I don't think so. I think this is going to be plenty. So, because they're high octane, do you have a favorite? Like, how do you like your martinis? Like, if I'm going to be doing, and I don't do them that much anymore, just because, you know, there was a time where I had 2 was my limit, and then I got down to 1 is my limit, and now it's like, if I'm driving, I can't even do 1. Like, it's just not an ideal situation there. So I like vodka martinis, and that's what I like. So, oh, Yannicki's here. Hello, and Golden Flare. Hello. We're giving a shout out. These are other streamers. And Yannicki was on last week on Food Fight and did awesome. And it was a super, super close. Oh my gosh, I don't have my Hype Train hat. My backstage manager's going to go get my Hype Train hat, which I haven't put new batteries in yet. So I got to get new batteries. Hang on. And I'm in flip-flops, so it's really hard for me to run right now. Okay.
What are you doing? It's
Batteries.
Working. It's working.
Oh, it's working. Well, what? How did you get it? Did you put batteries in?
No, I don't think so, but it's working.
Oh.
So I'm not going to question it.
Okay, we're not questioning the fact that the Hype Train hat is currently working. There we go. See the lights? Except I don't know what's happened to this, that it's all wonky. Oh, there we go. There we go. The drink is delicious and divine because I love martinis. So there we go. You came for cocktail time. You're perfect timing. We've made a reverse Dana Vesper. More vodka, less gin. Instead of more gin, less vodka. And my you know, you got to have all
Can I offer
the
you
sparkle.
a drink?
I know. I've been offered a drink. I was looking for that. Did you just push that? Okay, so I needed that. Now I'm going to try and not get sparkles in my drink. That is the.
Oh, nope. 1 or 2 of them got in there.
It's for later. It's martini for later. So there we go. Whiskey, do you ever modify drinks because you're just like, I like this drink better? Because if you go follow Whiskey Monster, the name even implies that you're going to get some whiskey drinks, but you'll get other drinks, but you'll also get food. Sometimes other stuff like cosplay and everything. And she's fun. And she's been here. She was making cocktails right here in my house one time. You might have to order some Tito's. Yeah. You couldn't figure out dessert with the garlic either. You did so good. Your food looked so delicious, and it was so, like, everything has been very close this time around. Everything has been close. Yes, the handheld aspect of the dish, being able to pick that up and eat it, and I like really want to try that strawberry barbecue sauce. So anyways, we're in the middle of Food Fight. We've got semifinals coming up on Tuesday. Kelsey's going to be a stand-in host for me and work with Darth, and is going to make sure Darth Verbaka stays in line. He stays in line. So there you go. We got that coming up. If you are interested.
And if he doesn't, Dana.
That's right. Robbie's got some mute buttons and all sorts of things over there he can do. A cider drink, a whiskey drink, a vodka drink.
Do you know where they're going with this? Is the song popping in your head? It's a song.
It's a song?
Yeah.
What song is it? I have too many. See, you can't think of it either.
Chumbawamba?
Chumbawamba?
Yeah.
I do love food fights. I like watching them, even though I'm also in them. And I like watching other people, not me. You rated him today. I bullied her too. I literally, Pops, I said, I have a couple of other options on the table of people I can ask to be there. And as I found out later, And so I told her, I said, I would love it if you would do this, but if you can't, then don't. And she said, no, I do it. So just so you know, she's going into people's streams and lurking to watch and do some R&D. It's not really R&D, but what do you call it? It's not
Recon?
recon. We'll call it recon. So not research, so recon and development.
Or stalking?
How do you make sure Robbie stays in line?
Yeah, who watches the Watchers, Dana?
That's right. I'm telling her. She's got free reign. So he needs to be watched. Maybe one day. I need to sneak down here and set some things up just so that we can see him. Right? Right, Miss Sarah Lynn? We should be able to see Robbie too. There we go.
You saw me.
Do, do, do. I feel like singing a train song. So I'm going to send Robbie outside to start the grill. It should probably take a hot second for it to get hot because it's already hot. And thank you guys so much for the hype train. I've got my special hype train hat that I'm going to make sure I turn off because Robbie last time told me it wasn't working. But now it's working, so I think you lied to me. So you want to go start the grill and I can get the meat out of the refrigerator. And I'm going to stick the cauliflower in the oven. And set the oven for, I didn't even set a timer for the potatoes. I don't know how long they need to cook. I guess we'll find out. You'll come watch Robbie. It'll just turn into making cocktails. I know, but that's a good thing, right? Making some cocktails. So while he's starting that, I want to ask your guys' opinions on this. Oreos always does special cookies, right? And we know, I was at Target the other day, and they had the Star Wars ones, right? Which have either a red middle or a blue middle. So in each pack, so you're either the light side or the dark side, right? But I think they're just colored creams, right? Like it's just the same Oreo, just different colors. You're a special cookie. Well, I'll send you these then because Sour Patch Oreos, yay or nay? What do you guys think?
So good news,
good.
Dana. The
Yes.
grill started at 120.
Okay, so it won't take long for that to. So Sour Patch Oreos, what do you got? You saw that. I actually bought them. Because I'm too curious when I see things like this. I'm like, why did somebody think this is a good idea? You've never tried an Oreo Jedi. I know. That was my thought. I'm like, what are they thinking? What are they thinking? You would try it, but you wouldn't buy them. Your daughter would like these Sour Patch with chocolate. I mean, maybe it's not chocolate, it's vanilla, but still. No on Sour Patch. Well, Joni, guess what? You're gonna get to try these because you're too close. You like Sour Patch yourself? Ranch soda all over again. I know it doesn't sound good. All right. Hey, Robbie, you want to come taste one of these?
So did you wait for Darth to leave to pull out the...
Wait, is he gone? He's not here? Where's the picture? I know, we're going to do a live taste test. Robbie's going to get one too.
The things
He loves it when I just tell
I do
him.
for you guys.
He loves it when I just tell him what to do. No, you got to get over here because we got to see the face. We got to see the face. No, that's just creepy. Okay. What's your verdict?
Why? It's not terrible. But it's like some candy fell into the Oreo batch.
So like it looks like Can you guys see that? It looks like they put like little Sour Patch pieces in the vanilla cookie, and then some in the. Let's see if you can see it in the cream in the middle.
I'd rather focus on you.
Hey, well, that's because I'm quite lovely.
Are the Star Wars ones better?
There we go. See how it's got that in there? Yeah, my face does say a lot. It's
Maybe your drink will make it better.
He's not gonna like the drink.
The drink did not make it better. Oh.
Like,
Who puts gin in drinks?
if you just eat the cookie part, it's okay. The cream is like crunchy. It's like crunchy cream. It's like sour.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yeah. Would not recommend. You found that with the Java chip. I actually like the toffee ones. You can think of much tastier ways to get that.
Well, what about these, Dana?
Robbie wants to open those. All right. I think those are gonna. Maybe we'll do a redemption. So we have to eat a Sour Patch cookie of some sort.
Who's this we?
They made watermelon. See, that just. Oreos should have like a chocolatey. Well, and I like the vanilla Oreos, but they gotta have a thing. Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh, guys. Guess which side we got?
Luke. I am your father. Which he never says, actually.
Because he says, no, I am your father.
Yes.
I'm a true fan, I know. We're dark side.
We're dark side.
Evil.
So there's Darth Vader. The dirt cake and brownie ones. I haven't seen the dirt cake ones. You got the snack packs. Yes, I saw that he had those. Oh, look at the inside. Like it's white and red. That's interesting. I know evil. We are evil. Evil. Foolish. Foolish boy.
I'm gonna have my Oreo and go home.
See, that doesn't sound good either, Pop Rock ones.
This is much better.
Yep, this, even though it's evil,
Ooh, is that Darth Maul?
it looks like it. I have Darth Vader. I'm superior.
Perhaps Rockets likes the lemon Oreos.
So the vanilla wafers with lemon in the middle, because I bet that's good. It's crunchy on the inside. What's on the inside that's making it crunchy? You don't know. You're not helpful.
The younglings.
Boo.
Sorry. Tough crowd.
I like lemon cookies.
Those taste much better. I am now officially evil and on the
Are
dark
you?
side.
So, what was the cookie that was the lemon sandwich cookie when I was growing up? There was a name for those. And I can't remember what they were. Or maybe it was just the ones my mom bought. I don't know.
Are we ready for the steak? Because the girls probably like very well
Blueberry
heated now.
cobbler ones with graham cookies. That might be good. But here's my thing. Is it really an Oreo? Like, if you keep changing the flavor, like, what makes an
Oh,
Oreo
Lord.
an Oreo?
Yeah, we're good.
Is it the flavor? Is it just a sandwich cookie?
We are preheated, Dana. Where is the meat?
Well, I just got it out, so give it a couple of minutes. It's got to sit out.
All right, I'm gonna go turn down the grill.
Okay. All right, if you're just getting here, we're using a flap steak tonight, and we made a Romanesco sauce. And we had that in the refrigerator for about an hour in a vacuum sealed bag. And I would say if you're doing something like this, keep it in the refrigerator for at least 3 to 4 hours. You could do longer than that. But we should still get some of that flavor from the Romanesco sauce. I've got other Romanesco sauce that's going to go on the plate, so all is good. PB pie one tasted like Nutter Butters. See? But we have Nutter Butters already. Or you can... Robbie just ate another Sour Patch Oreo. Why?
I wanted to confirm that it was as bad as it was the first time. And after having the good ones, it's even worse.
The mega stuffed cream was squishy. Yeah, should have seen his face, but he always hides. He hides back there. They weren't called lemon creams.
Ugh.
Not here. So I don't know what they were. I don't know. It'll come to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll sit up straight in bed and I'll say it out loud, and then Robbie will be
So
like,
post it on the Discord for you
what?
guys.
What?
Just post it on Discord. It'll be fun.
So, all's good. All is good. So, we've got our cauliflower in the oven. We got our potatoes in the oven. We've got our meat out. We're going to put that on the grill. And Robbie, that is going to go on the grill for about 4 minutes on each side. And then we're going to bring it in and we're going to let it rest for 5-ish minutes. So, I know, oh, Robbie. But he needs to make those mistakes here so we can clip it. Why is he making mistakes over there? You know what I want to do again? I want to do another ice cream tasting stream where Robbie has to be blindfolded.
You want to see my excellent taste testing skills?
Yes. I mean, if you want to call them excellent, you just go right
Not
ahead.
everyone can go for 10 for 10.
You know why? All right, enlighten us. With the graham cookie.
Hey,
I mean, I love Nutter
John.
Butters. And John is in here. Go check out John. It's fascinating. John makes knives from scratch.
There's 2 in this kitchen.
There are 2 in this kitchen, and I still need to talk to him. I got so many things on my list. I mean, it took me only 3 weeks to get
A phone call made?
to call Mike. So, yeah. So, but go give Johnson a follow. You won't be sorry. You can watch him during the day. It's very chill. You can watch him making knives and see that whole process. What does it look like? Because to me, that's fascinating. And if you're in the market for a new knife, you could actually order one and watch Johnson make it right there. You could watch it being made. He may ask you questions while he's making it. So, I thought the gluten-free Oreos weren't bad. I thought they were pretty good. Because honestly, I don't usually eat cookies with gluten in them anymore.
A request has been
Co-working
made for a knife, Dana.
Show one what?
Knife.
Oh, knife. Smart. This is, where's the other one? I think the other one's dirty. Oh no, here it is. So, there's my drink. This is the one that Robbie won, because you can win knives too. And this is the one that's dirty, because I was using it. This is the one that I won. And I got to pick what he was making the handle out of. And I love the orange. I'm an orange girl, Robbie. I love orange. So, yeah, no, they're awesome. And I need to talk to you about the knife I want to get made for me. So, red, white, and blue for next month with flakes. Ooh, I love it. And I think, didn't you make one for Bravewood that has coffee beans in it?
Yep.
Because that one was super cool too. I love that. So, You too could win a knife, but you could also order one if you're in the market for one. They are great. They are so super sharp. Just be careful. So, and you stabilize the meats. It's so cool. So you can do whatever. Maybe not whatever, but you have lots of options. And then you know which knives are yours. You could even have like your name or your logo etched on it. So, very cool. Okay, so.
Is the meat ready?
I mean, it probably should come more to room temperature, but I think we're okay.
Should I go turn off the grill?
No. I'm just gonna let you go do it. So we've got our nice Romanesco sauce on here, but we also have nice Romanesco sauce over here. Not pumpkin, as somebody thought. So yeah, so see, there you go. Bravewood Beanery loves her coffee knife. It's not being used for coffee per se. It just has coffee in the handle that's been stabilized. And there we go. Okay, Robbie's gonna go put some meat on the grill. Now, if I were to take Puppy Cam out there to watch you grill some meat,
yeah,
how would I go about doing that?
Or I could follow you with the tech as you put the meat on the grill, Dana.
Everybody, don't you want to see Robbie? You've seen enough of me. You've seen like an hour and 45 minutes of me. Perfect. What's happening?
I put up the camera for you.
Oh.
Hi, Rocky. We found you.
He's a little stoned there.
So are you following me?
Yes, although you're supposed to have the meat and I'm supposed to follow you. Do you need implements for the grill?
Not yet.
Here we go. I'm not going to be able to read chat while we're out here. Now he's a shadow. Now he's not. Here we go.
I love my job.
He loves his job, yay!
You folded the meat over. Oh my goodness.
I didn't do it on purpose. It just, I think we got out of range.
No, did the screen go dark?
Yeah. Oh.
It just dims, that's all. So would you like to show the meat on the grill, Dana?
There's the meat on the grill.
Just don't get too close, it's very hot.
There we go. That looks a little better. There we go. Meat's on the grill.
Rocky's also here to supervise.
Rocky is supervising. Hi, Rocky. Rocky. Hey, Rocky. Rocky, can you sit? Rocky, can you sit? Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Okay, we're going back inside now.
The sauce smells really good. Can I lick my hands clean?
I wouldn't because it was on raw meat.
You're no fun. Kanara's not here.
So you're okay with food poisoning as long as Kanara is not here?
For content? Almost.
Food poisoning is good?
Almost.
For content?
Here,
Thank you.
I can fix this for you, Dana.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Rocky wasn't really behaving, so I gave him some trazodone, which is the vet told me I could do, and the vet gave me the trazodone to give him. So he's a little stoned. So, because when he has trazodone, he's a lot quieter. Trust me, if you haven't been in here before, you'll appreciate the fact that he's quieter. So Kanara's always here lurking, watching. I know, it's very scary. Like, I'll say her name, and then all of a sudden she'll be like, what? I just heard my name. And I'm like, I didn't even know you were in here.
You summoned her.
We've summoned her. We go, Kanara, Kanara, Kanara. Can we summon her? He is very quiet, yes. It's okay. He still runs around when he's had it. He doesn't get in my face and bark. No. For two reasons. For two.
Why?
Gluten and ew. Just ew. All right, so now
Yeah,
I've got,
they're still terrible.
woo, there's a lot of steam in here.
Don't worry, we caught it on camera, Dana.
All the steam. Perfect. I'm gonna serve the steak on this. I'm gonna serve dinner on this. Let's have a big communal eating board tonight. So yeah, so there's that. So should I ask Robbie a question? I've got all these questions. Where are they? Are they over
No, we
here?
need to save them for food fight, Dana.
There's plenty. There's like 400 cards. So I've got these table topics, and they're things like family gathering, dinner party, therapy, girls' night out. And this one is called Not Your Mom's Dinner Party, which is interesting. But I can't on here ask some of these questions
Yeah, we
because
do
we're
have
family
the
friendly.
family tag on right now.
Let's see here. What is the most unusual gift you've received, Robbie?
SpaghettiOs.
Other than the SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs is kind of an unusual gift. What about you guys? What's the most unusual gift you've ever received? I received buttons.
Buttons.
It was my great-grandmother, and I guess she was just pulling things out of her closet. And these were hand-painted buttons from another country, but yes, buttons. I received buttons. You guys, what's the most unusual gift you've ever received? That is the cauliflowers. So I'm going to pull that out while Robbie thinks. Timer off. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to answer that question twice. Johnson is also pulling a blank.
So everybody here's gotten great gifts all the time. I actually think I want these in there a little longer.
I need to go check the meat.
Oh, yes. So Robbie is going to escape answering this question.
What do you want it cooked at?
So like 4 minutes on each side should be okay. We want it like 125, 130, somewhere in there. If you want to
that
actually.
rare?
Huh?
That rare?
All right, you want to do 140? I don't want it medium. So, but unusual is a hard one. You're too old to remember anything unusual. I just remember the buttons because I was like, I think I was about 15 or 16 years old. So it was kind of an odd gift to get as a 15, 16-year-old. I was like, to my mom, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? And she goes, just keep them in a box somewhere. 4th of July hair scrunchies. Hi, more Dr. Pepper. I have done white elephant before. And I never really got anything super weird on that, on the white elephant. I got, something a little strange, but I mean, the people that we did white elephant with mostly were trying to find gifts people would like to get rather than the weird things. So, used ice skates and you didn't skate. That's not good. A corset. Did he wear it? What did he do with it? I mean, corsets are just torture. Why did somebody, invent that? It's also not good for you. So once measured the skylight in your kitchen, cut a tree branch to exactly fit it, and then hung chandelier crystals from it and fabricated a chain hanger from it. It was one of your favorites. That is unusual. And you know what? That's great. You liked your unusual gift. Because that's also something, if you like your unusual gift, you can have that. He wouldn't have fitted. Dare I ask why somebody got him a corset? Yeah, we're pretty close to temp on that. So, oh, he left it. Yeah, it's just kind of, it's strange. Like my great grandmother, I know why. She couldn't get out and go shopping, so she was pulling things from, she used to travel all over. And so I think she was just pulling things from her travels and giving them to people. Yeah. Have you come up with it? You could like your unusual gift. You don't have to, you know. And I know you like SpaghettiOs, but I know that also getting that as a gift is
Unusual.
unusual. Oh, it was for a random person. Oh, so it was a white elephant type party. See, if you don't know, you don't. Okay. That's a good question. I like that. All right. Some of these are political. We don't need political ones. Right? No politics. Nope. See, it's already done. What topic do you know more about than anybody else in the room? Like you go someplace and you're like, I know I'm going to know more than everybody there. Spreadsheets. True. It had to be usable. I mean, of course it. Okay. What about you guys? Coffee. Yes, you would definitely know more about coffee. Movies, federal employment law. I'm sure that really starts conversations, Whiskey. Let's talk about federal employment law, shall we? I mean, I get there probably are some people that would be like, that's a cool topic. But most of us would be like, sounds great. Oh, Joni says, well, he's outside. He can't see you right now. Maybe Joni. Just about everything. Jedi, you're so smart. Preschoolers, TV and movies, but specific ones, right? More Dr. Pepper, like specific types of TV and movies for you. I think Robbie would know more about like 90s movies than anybody as well. And it depends for me. Like if I'm not with my actual therapy people, I probably know more about therapy than most people in the room. But if I'm with my therapy people, they'll probably know more than me. So British period pieces. Is that true? I thought you might say cocktails. So Joni said she's going to challenge you on the whole spreadsheet thing. She thinks she might know more than you. Yes, you're obsessed? Okay. Your friends aren't. Depends on the group I'm with, too, as far as cooking. But I used to be one of those people that before there was the internet, I used to be a voracious, I mean, I still read a lot, but I used to read so much that people would come to me about stuff. And if I didn't know it, I hated not knowing it, so I'd go read stuff about it. Now that stuff is available on the internet, I'm like, eh. So let's go with the obvious cocktails. So, all right, look at that. That looks, here. That's looking good right there. I probably should have told them to do the things on there, but it's going to taste good even without it having that element to it. I'm going to put this on this cutting board over here to rest. I'm making a little bit of a mess over here, but not a big one like I usually do.
It turned out so well because Rocky was out there helping supervise.
Yes, so this is flap steak. And there we go. And we're gonna let it rest because you definitely don't want to cut meat as soon as it comes off the grill. So we'll cover it with a little foil to keep it warm. Now, what do you guys think? For the Romanesco sauce, should I warm it up? I probably should. Let's see if it tells me I'm supposed to do this. So, till nicely charred, 4 minutes, flip, blah, blah, blah.
It's probably not a coincidence that the meat is back in here and Rocky is just
No,
right
no
in the frame.
coincidence that he's right there. Hey, hi. There's no coincidence at all. He just happens to be there. It is a Rocky sighting. He is down there. I can't have too much more of this before I finish up this meal, Robbie. Because it's a lot of alcohol.
That's a big drink.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. While I wait for the potatoes to finish up, let's see. If you were in jail and could request any person to break you free, who would you choose?
A man with certain skills.
And who is that?
Liam Neeson. Neeson? Words are hard, Dana.
It's a Dana Teeny Thor, obviously. Well, I mean, that makes sense. It is a martini. It's a Vesper. So, but it's a reverse Vesper whiskey because I like gin, but I don't like a super gin forward cocktail most of the time. I prefer vodka martinis. So I did 1 part gin, 3 parts vodka. Although sometimes I make my Vespers half and half gin, half vodka, and then a little Lillet Blanc in there. We could run away together. You could run away with Thor. That's awesome. Hi, P. Goaty. John Wick. Good choice. Good choice.
I definitely wasn't making my selection based on running away together, that's for sure.
No?
Then I think
I
maybe
would
let's
run
go with
away
Wonder
with
Woman
Liam
then,
Neeson.
or something like that.
Hide the body with it. I know you would, Joni. I mean, I guess I won't say we have proof of that. Robbie's like, what? What's going on
What
here?
is happening?
You're a gin martini. So for me, here's the problem, whiskey, is I'm actually allergic to juniper. So when I garden, I get welts on my arms if I've got juniper. So like wherever I've lived, I've had to pull up the juniper because I can't garden around it. And so for gin, if I have too much gin, I don't feel great. So, and not like I've got a hangover, like I don't, like my whole body doesn't feel great. So I think that the gin interacts, that maybe the juniper, because I don't have the same problem with other types of like gin that aren't made with juniper, if that makes sense. So I like the flavor of gin. I love gin and tonic is, I mean, that's so good in the summer. But so I try to limit it. I don't know if it's, just in my head or not, but the welts on my arms are not. But I don't know if the rest of it's in my head. So I just try to drink a little bit here and there. And then
Everything in moderation.
everything
Dana.
in moderation. That's no bueno. I know. I remember the first time I was gardening around juniper and I came in and I'm like, holy cow, what is going on? I'm allergic to so many things, it's ridiculous. Luckily, most of it's not food. So, because that would really suck. Super, super suck. You get hives in the cold, but you live someplace where it gets really cold. You could live someplace like here where it gets really, really hot.
Like right now.
Like right now. It says, it's down to 98 degrees.
We'll cure you of those hives forever.
Yeah. You got over being lactose intolerant? Not right. Maltipoos are mostly hypoallergenic. I think it bothers me a little bit. I do get allergy shots for everything. that I'm allergic to because I'm allergic to things year round. So yay me. Woo, yay my body. Yay. It's warm there now, yes. Oh, that's right, you do. You go to Costa Rica in the winter. So, yeah, the poodle part is. The Maltese part, they're not like super allergen. So it's mostly the Velociraptor, kind of allergic to that.
Don't worry, whatever she's not allergic to, Rocky makes up for it by being a huge pain in other ways.
It's true. He is a pain in the butt. All right, I think these potatoes should be done by now.
I hope so. I'm hungry.
You're
Are
hungry?
you hungry, Dana?
Well, let's pull them out and test them. And we'll see. Are these still hot? No. I think my cauliflower's not going to be hot anymore.
Should have covered it.
I probably should have. I might throw a little olive oil in and stick it under the broiler real quick.
I did help. I cooked the meat.
He did. He went outside in the heat.
I will also help
More
eat the
than one
food.
time.
Careful, Dana. The potatoes
yeah.
look hot.
They are. And they are done. All right. Let me.
Whiskey stole a potato.
Did she?
A whole potato.
Whiskey, what am I going to do with you? All right, I'm going to throw a little olive oil on here. We're going to stick it under the broiler. When I say a little, that's my little. Robbie's like, that's more than a little. That's okay. Robbie can say that. He's wrong. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I attribute a lot of things that Robbie would say that he hasn't actually ever said.
It's true. It's like she can read my mind, though, which is scary.
Oh, there we go.
Nope, sorry. I had switched. You got it wrong twice, Dana.
Hi.
What? What?
That's not for you, Chad. That's for Robbie. He is a pain sometimes, just like Rocky. I'm going to start calling him Rocky. That's going to be one of his new names there.
It already is. She has called me Rocky on numerous occasions.
So that should tell you something right there. All right. Let's slice up some meat here. And let's see how it looks. Oh, look at that. That looks good. There we go. It's so quiet. Robbie, say something.
Something.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think? I am your boss?
Maybe.
So again, we're using flap steak. It's the other side, like, so we have skirt steak and the flap steak is just on the other side. And it's not quite as tender as a skirt steak, so you want to make sure that you like tenderize it. My grocery store already does that, so I don't have to. It has more flavor than the skirt steak, though. So if you see a flat steak, it's probably going to be cheaper than your skirt steak.
Did you want a picture of that or anything?
I'm going to... Uh-oh. Rocky. That's what he's good for. Getting stuff off the floor.
Clean up on aisle 12.
Yeah, I don't want to put these in here too long. They'll burn. They're good. All right. Perfect. Can you hear it sizzle? ASMR. A little ASMR. Share some with you. Come on over. Come on over. If my youngest doesn't get downstairs soon, you know, there'll be plenty more.
Yep, first come, first served.
That's my youngest, not my firstborn, my youngest is back temporarily.
It's dangerously close to the edge for a
I know,
doggy
that's why you're
dinosaur.
here to watch. All right, so we're gonna put some of this Romanesco sauce down here. And I'm gonna try and make it pretty. We're gonna see, how does Dana do? We're gonna go both ways. We want lots of Romanesco for the steak. And then we're gonna take our steak and I'm gonna see if I can get it. Let's see, how does Dana do? Almost had it. We missed a few pieces here at the end. I guess I have to eat this one.
No piece left behind, except for that one that she quality control.
We're gonna let this juice on here. We're gonna put that on the top. That's good stuff right there. It looks like a lot in the sink, Robbie, but it's not. And like I said, we're doing like a communal plate here. So we'll put some cauliflower over here. Look at my backstage manager fixing that. I think we might need to put some of the Romanesco sauce on top because I think the potatoes and stuff are gonna cover our beautiful plating here. All right, I don't want to get all those garlic cloves. Get the Romanesco sauce out of the way. Whoops. They're very hot, Robbie. Can you smell the garlic over there?
I can.
Oops. That's just the potato skin coming off. Let's get, oops. It's sliding off.
They're very slippery.
They are very slippery. These were actually pretty big Yukon Gold potatoes. This has like a little ledge that goes off. It's like a live edge.
Now I can really smell the taters.
Smell all that garlic, all the garlicky. All right, and then we'll put a little more of this on the top. I wanted to get enough on there because I can't put that spoon back in there. All right, there we go. What do you think?
Looks good.
Does that look good? You guys are sharing. Look at that. That's so nice. Take it out for dinner first, this flat steak. I'm glad I hopped that flight. You're sharing. This is good. I like that you're sharing. We're going to try some food here, Robbie and I are. Then I'll call my youngest kiddo down. I think my youngest kiddo's here, right?
I think so.
I don't even know. They're only here temporarily and they're really trying to stay out of the way. And we need to, before we do that, we need to take a picture of it. Robbie.
Oh, me.
I can take a picture of it. I'm talking to you. So, there we go. Let's do this. Let's do it. Take a picture. Da, da, da. We're gonna go this way because you got to get all the angles, you know. And then, there we go. All right, you ready?
Pictures have been taken. That means we get to eat.
That does.
Them's the rules.
Here is your fork and knife. Right there next to my martini, which I have no fear of him stealing.
I mean, I stole one sip and that's all I needed.
I don't think he stole it.
That is quite tasty.
The Romanesco sauce is so good. All right, you don't have to have cauliflower. I'm gonna eat it. And the cauliflower has paprika, garlic powder, salt, and pepper on it. Olive oil. Hello, eat more Jollibee. Sorry. And now you're sharing potatoes. Look at that. How are the potatoes?
Perfect.
Yeah?
I'm glad they cooled down though. Because they're still quite warm. But very tasty.
I think they need a little more salt.
Even the cauliflower is really good. Hold on, don't mind me. I'm just gonna dig in more here.
Not when it makes your well, you know, you don't want to have your diverticulitis flare up. That would be terrible. Yeah, it needs a little more salt. It's close. It's like a little more salt will take it that next level.
I don't mind, I don't blame Rocky, I should say, for trying to sneak in here.
I mean, I was gonna say you don't mind him trying to sneak.
No, I do mind. But words are hard.
Very good.
Let's just eat this whole thing in front of Chad, Dana.
Okay, you keep going. What I'm gonna do, look at this. We're supposed to be that. Can somebody please move that camera for me? It really annoys me when Robbie's head is chopped off. See what I'm gonna do? I am gonna come over here and do this. Are you looking at me? Robbie's still learning his ABCs. Yes, yes. Rocky
There.
is over here because there is food.
That'll show her.
I can move the camera further up. Whatever. All right, let's see who is on. Whoops, wait a minute. I need to do this.
I can do that.
And then I can do that. He's such
Dana.
a pain. He's such a pain in the butt. Let's see, who is on? Tabitha's on. Chef John is on. Rar is on. Chef J-Tay is on. Cupcake Dex is on. Mish Mish. George is on. Any thoughts? Any thoughts? What are your thoughts?
This food's delicious.
Let me see what.
If anyone was on their way over, speak up now, because it might be gone soon.
Yep, Robbie's gonna just keep eating. Should we go see Raw? Because we tried to go to Raw. How do you say that? Raw?
Sure.
Because we tried to go there the other day for
Food fight?
food fight,
And they had just signed off?
and they had just signed off. Exactly. Exactly. So maybe we need to do that. He is putting it away. I know. I need to call my other kid. I need to call my other kiddo.
What?
Ah,
I quit.
good. More for me. All for me. Anyway, run from the airport. Get here. Come on. Hurry, hurry, hurry. All right, we're going to go over to, I don't even know how to say, is it Rarar? Rarar? Oh, you want me to spell things for you now? All right, R-A-E-R. Hang on. AWRR. All right, so there we go. Johnson, thank you so much for being here. You're right behind whiskey. I'll see you in a minute at the door. We've got some left, so get here.
Food's so good. Like even the aftertaste, I'm sitting over here and I just want more.
I know, it's so good. It's addictive. Like if you haven't made a Romanesco sauce before or haven't tried it, make sure you do because it's so good when it's made well. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but maybe you'll make me a cocktail. Who knows? So, oh, and have a cocktail ready for whiskey as well. That's what we got to do. So my time is running out, so I better say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for being here on a Sunday while I'm cooking. I know you guys could be in so many other places, and you're here with me, and I love that. And I hope that you guys go into this next week and have such a great time. I hope you have a good week. One of my favorite phrases is, I hope the best of your yesterdays are the worst of your tomorrows. So go out, stay weird, stay awkward, and be kind. We need more kindness in the world. So thank you guys. It's been a privilege to be here with you, and I will see you later. Good night.